Hello everyone and welcome back to CookieRun Cookie Trials in CookieRunOvenBreak with Alzoy Galcon, and in this episode I'm going to show you how I finally managed to beat Tanghulu Tangerine Cookie Trial. Oh, that's actually the other way around. Right, Tangerine Tanghulu's Cookies Trial in the RainbowRank, aka the hard difficulty. And if you like this kind of content, then be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell so you won't miss out anything that I put on this channel. Everything is free, you don't need to pay, and by subscribing you make this channel grow and flourish even more, which makes me happy so I can create more content for you to watch. And as usual, this video will contain two runs. The first one is, as you can see right now, is the run without any kind of legendary treasures. And the second one is with one of the four legendary treasures. And if you haven't watched the previous episode, then the link will be available for you at the top right of the screen. So yeah, Tangerine Tanghulu's Cookies Trial, the RainbowRank. Unfortunately, the music hasn't been changed. Well, to be fair, this recording was taken during the day when this cookie got released into the game. So this is like the very first time I experienced it with my ear, and to be honest, I would rather have something else because this is one of those musics that it makes my ear just keep hearing the song over and over and over again, and it keeps playing in my brain over and over and over again. Not that it's a bad thing, but I think like it could be used for some more expansion, more variation of it. Oh my, what a terrible mistake that I just did there. I just missed like the entirety of that jellies there. Right, bonus time, and apparently this is the music that they are playing. I find it weird because I didn't remember that when I entered the bonus time my health almost ran out. So I wonder why they choose this music, if it is the Rockstar bonus time, which is not an often thing that I hear playing this game, because there is a couple of variation about the bonus time music when your health almost ran out. But I got the Rockstar bonus time music, and everyone has the same music, and yeah, I think so. Although if anyone has a different music during the bonus time, then let me know in the comment section down below. And apparently the cookie is no longer in the top anymore, and instead it's walking around, which is a pleasant sight because I think it's like at the very start of the trial the cookie is already like in the bathtub. Oh yeah, there's one thing that I forgot to talk about until right now, which is the treasure set that I'm using in this current run. So the treasure on the left is the gold berry bell. This is the treasure that was introduced in the Christmas update last year. The middle treasure is the perfect treasure map. This was a treasure that was introduced in the Black Sugar Pirate Ship update. That simply tells you just how old this treasure is, and apparently this treasure is still used on some occasions. And last but not least is the Star Candy Globe. This is also a treasure that was introduced in the Black Sugar Pirate Ship update. Wow, these two treasures are really old. But anyway, that's it. I finally conquered the RainbowRank, aka the hard difficulty, and got 683 million points of it, which makes me at the top 41.8%. Anyway, it's time to move on into the next part of this video, which will yield a better result. Right, it's the time for the run with the legendary treasures, or at the very least just one of them. And it's still the same choice. I'm still using the Jean, aka the purple legendary treasure, and I switched out the perfect treasure map because the legendary treasure obviously brings a better scoring. And also there's one more thing that I just want to say, something that's actually pretty curious to me when I saw it for the very first time, which is right at the end of her trial she actually stands like in the middle of a soap, like a gigantic one, and I do wonder how in the world she managed to balance that out. She must have a really good body balance. And also when I'm doing this trial, I still have no idea how to utilize her skill perfectly. And yeah, if anyone knows how to do it, then and that is it for me, at least the narration part of this video. The next episode is the one of the previous legendaries that I did manage to conquer without using a magic candy. I think this is the very first time ever since the magic candy was introduced during a legendary cookie introduction. Since, I don't know, this is the very first time with the Silent Nova cookie. That apparently that's actually a huge surprise. So shout out to one of the community members in the Facebook page of CookieRunOvenBreak in the Indonesian version. So shout out to him, although I couldn't remember the name of the guy. I will reveal it in the episode of Silent Nova cookie style in both the Diamond Rank and also the Rainbow Rank. And later on, I'm going to try to conquer Sugar Swan cookie style in the Rainbow Rank, aka the hard difficulty, because I finally managed to level up her magic candy into level 2. And according to the community, it is possible to beat her Rainbow Rank if you got the max cookie, the max pet, the max treasures, and also at the very least magic candy level 1 or level 2. And that is it from me, at least the narration part of this video. Enjoy the rest of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're entertained and learning something about this video. And I'll see you on the next videos. Take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now, everyone. Oh wow, still somehow not managing into the top 10% of this cookies trial. That's actually pretty amazing. I think the reason why is because I get the wrong magic candy bonus.